Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your daily advice for January 19th, 2017. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to everyone who's been here before. This is a general reading looking at the energies that surround us at this time and what we need to know about these energies in order to be able to use them for our highest good. And so since we are looking at energies, these will manifest in different ways for different people, different areas of life for different people. And that's why I always encourage everyone to try and keep an open mind and take away the message of the reading and then apply it to your own situation if you feel that it speaks to that, if you feel that it could help with whatever it is that you're focused on at this time. Alright, so let's have a look. The message for today has to do with, I feel, looking at things from different perspectives, either to just be sure that you're making the right choice, or to find new options or see new opportunities, or this just again to just reassure yourself that you're on the right track. We have two kings and an ace. Now that talks about reaching a stage of completion with one particular thing. Okay, it's something that we have brought to maturity, or it's talking about us reaching a level of maturity with a certain situation in our lives. And so we've come to this place now. We are as high as we can go. Okay, we're at the top of the mountain, so to speak, so we can see it all exactly for what it is. And then we are asked to act on what it is that we know, act on our experience and knowledge now that we are a king, and make a ruling, make a choice, take action with something to create a new beginning, or to bring something back into life, that sort of thing. The first card that we have representing the influence of the past on our current situation is the King of Cups. Now with the King of Cups talks about our emotional maturity. The King of Cups is someone who is not afraid of his emotions, usually can control them very well, can express them very easily, is not afraid to do so, and oftentimes uses his instincts and his intuition quite a bit. The King of Cups and the King of Swords, our next card, are actually similar in one big respect. They both have a really good poker face, okay, which means they don't jump to conclusions, they don't overreact. Now, the King of Cups knows about his emotions and how he can use them to his advantage. He also, because he's so in touch with his emotions and intuition, he also knows how to read people or see through situations, get to the bottom of things real fast through instinct. The King of Swords, on the other hand, he's more of a rational mind, very wise, not afraid to make decisions, always takes things in, contemplates them, and makes the right call, okay, most often than not. He would show up when you need to be objective, when you need to make tough decisions. And so with the King of Swords showing up, it's almost like you know what needs to be done, just go ahead and get it done, okay. It's kind of a buck up type of energy, and maybe kind of not letting our emotions rule us and just making the right call and doing what we know is the right thing to do. With the King of Cups in the past, this could talk about the fact that maybe in the past we used to react more emotionally to things. Maybe we used to get scared a lot easier. Maybe we used to get anxious over things that we can control. Maybe we used to get worried over all sorts of things. And with him being in the past position, it talks about the fact that we've gone through situations, and these situations have helped us grow, have helped us understand our feelings, our emotions, why we react a certain way, become more aware of our emotions so that we can control them better, okay. And therefore we may now be able to keep our calm regardless of what happens, and stay calm and then ask questions, see exactly what's going on, as opposed to panicking. The King of Cups can also represent we're trusting our intuition more. So we're mastering those skills, if you will. And that gives us more confidence and more security, a sense of security within ourselves. With the King of Swords today, it would indicate that something needs to be analyzed, or something needs to be processed rationally, logically, and a decision that needs to be made, okay, either for yourself, or you're asked to decide for someone else, or you have to kind of decide what goes on, take responsibility for a situation, that sort of thing. It can be something very small, or it can be something very big with a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. But the King of Swords here, okay, shows up together with the King of Cups to say, you've got this, you can do this. Take from what you've learned. Bringing your instincts, not necessarily hectic emotions. Bringing your instincts, your intuition, stay calm, cool, collected. And use your rational mind here to process what's going on, to filter through what's happening, to get to the bottom of things. It's also a really good way to simplify things, okay, with the King of Swords here. He likes things simple. He sees things black and white sometimes, because right is right and wrong is wrong. There's no in between with the King of Swords. And so today we may be asked to assess a situation rationally, logically, but bringing our intuition into it as well, our instincts into that situation as well, kind of blending those particular parts of ourselves and those particular aspects of ourselves together. And it's almost like the best of both worlds, because with the King of Cups, yes, we are in charge of our emotions. They do not overwhelm us, they do not control us, and we are listening to our instincts and to our intuition. We're trusting it. With the King of Swords, we're not being too critical, we're not being mean or impatient, or taking things personally or anything like that, okay? We stick to the facts. We stick to the facts, we analyze the situation, we are able to turn it around and see it from different perspectives, and clearly see and sense what the right thing to do is there. And by using that knowledge and that experience, we have the Ace of Wands in our energy moving into tomorrow. And the Ace of Wands is a brand new beginning, something that we need to take action with, okay? And it doesn't show up as the Ace of Cups, and it doesn't show up as the Ace of Swords. It's the Ace of Wands, and it feels like a blend between the two, because we have passion and emotion and excitement coming from the King of Cups, as well as the courage that comes from seeing things clearly and trusting our own decisions, and trusting what we see, trusting what we sense about a situation. And so we take action with confidence and with excitement, okay? It's confidence, excitement, and hope all blend into one with the Ace of Wands. So for today, we may be facing some choices or some decisions. Which job do I go for? Which job do I choose? How can I change my job? How can I improve my job? And kind of just taking our emotions out of it, in terms of if we're in a situation, it doesn't have to be just job, okay? If we're in a situation that we're not happy with, it's saying, okay, take yourself out of it a little bit, so that you don't just see that you hate that job, or that that friendship is not really a good friendship, or that relationship is actually toxic and it's weighing you down, making you feel bad about yourself. If we focus on those parts, then we can get depressed, we can get really, really disappointed, lose hope, lose faith, that sort of thing, and feel very, very powerless. If, on the other hand, we look at a difficult situation, any kind of situation really, in our lives, and we try to take ourselves out of it, that's not to say have no emotion. It's control our emotions, not overreact, not focus solely on the negative, okay? And bringing our intuition to the forefront. And then we can assess that situation. We can see for what it is, okay? And we don't feel so powerless, because now we're looking for clarity. And when we get answers, that gives us back our sense of security and our sense of control, because now we know what needs to be done. And it's really up to us whether we want to do something with that knowledge, or if we just stay where we are, okay, although once we become aware of what needs to be done, it's kind of like we're pushed forward anyway. Okay, it's like you can't ignore that piece of information that comes to you. Which is why with the Ace of Wands, it's also kind of just letting go, embracing that passion, having excitement, and just going for something that really makes you happy, okay? That brings in positivity, optimism, excitement in our lives, okay, with the Ace of Wands. And so for today, I feel like if we have some choices to make, if we have some decisions to make, or if we're just assessing a situation to see if we're happy with it, or if we can do something better, if we can improve it, okay, anything like that. Bring our instincts, okay, we're asked to bring our instincts into it, our intuition, and then see it for what it is. Analyze it from a rational standpoint, a logical standpoint, and we will get a lot of answers that way. We will get a lot of information and clear answers, clear information, clear indications of what exactly we're supposed to be doing, or how we can be doing it a lot better, or whatever the case may be for you. Our guidance card is 41, and we've had her before. 41 adds up to a 5, and 5s talk about change, okay? They talk about the chaos that comes with change, and we are asked to use that to our advantage, okay? When we are in an unknown territory, let's say, we can either panic and freak out. We don't know what's going on. We don't know anyone there. I have no clue what's about to happen. So we can panic, or we can keep our cool, look around, see what we have to work with, and then turn it into something that we're happy with. Turn it into something that is our way, that would make us happy, okay? And the challenge would be finding that balance, okay, between our emotional body, or our emotional self, and our rational self, and kind of not negating either one. And then, if you can see in the card, you know, this time when I look at the card, I see reflection and looking at something from different points of view, okay? And depending on what kind of attitude we have when we look at a situation, we see different things. Depending on what kind of mindset we're in, we do see different things, okay? So it's, again, taking emotion that can be overwhelming, okay, out of it, so that we don't create things that we want to see as opposed to what's really there, so that we don't see things a lot bigger and more complicated than they actually are, okay? Just staying calm, keeping our emotions under control, and just being rational, okay? Being objective, and just turning that situation every which way until we can get all the answers that we can out of it, and then move forward with confidence, okay, is what we're asked to do today. Don't run away from it. Don't try to ignore it. You have everything you need to make this decision, okay, with these two kings here. You have everything you need. You just have to trust yourself and be a little bit like the magician and use your resources the wisest way possible, okay? So that's our message for today. I really hope that it makes sense. This is something I always do, but I've had other people tell me that it's weird when I tell them to do that, you know, kind of separate yourself from a situation where it's difficult or it's just impossible, or you know, take emotion out of it and just see it for what it is. Try to be completely objective. So it's a little bit of an exercise. It takes a little bit of practice, but ultimately it does give you the possibility to kind of rise above, see things from that bird's eye view, and really see what the best move forward is, okay? Taking fear out of it, taking wishful thinking out of it, okay? Not that they're bad, but they can cloud our judgment. They can create confusion. And we're at a point where this is saying, you know, we're at a king's level, so we need to be able to embody the energy of a king. A king doesn't question himself. A king knows, okay? They know what needs to be done and how that needs to be done, and so on and so forth. And they have the confidence and the peace of mind and the sense of security that allows them to make rulings with confidence and and a surety that they're doing what needs to be done and the way things need to be done. Okay? So, again, I hope the message makes sense, and I hope that it helps you with whatever it is that you're focused on at this time. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all your support. Truly, thank you for all your support. Okay, thank you for everyone who is subscribing, watching my videos, liking them, sharing them. Thank you to everyone who is supporting my work with donations. That's an unexpected surprise for me. Very pleasant surprise. I'm very grateful for anyone who has that intention. Even the intention is something I'm grateful for, let alone actually going through with it. So I just wanted to say a big thank you. And whatever you do, really, even if you just send positive thoughts my way, I do appreciate it, and I'm very grateful. So let's have a very beautiful and productive day, okay? And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.